Planning for a hiking trip? Here are 5 things you should be warned about. As we delve into the world of adventure, it's worth noting that preparation is key. Now, you might be an experienced hiker or a novice, but no matter your level of expertise, there are always certain factors to be cautious of. Today we're going to tackle 5 crucial warnings for those planning a hiking trip. These aren't just your run-of-the-mill tips. Oh no, these are the things that could make or break your journey into the wilderness. It's not all about the right shoes or a heaving backpack, but about the knowledge and the awareness that can save you from unexpected situations. From the unpredictability of weather to the potential encounters with wildlife, from understanding the terrain to assessing your physical preparedness, and lastly, but importantly, the essence of proper gear. You might be surprised by some of these, so let's dive in. First up is the weather. Do you check the forecast before heading out? A common mistake for novice hikers and even seasoned trailblazers is neglecting to check the weather forecast before setting off on their adventure. The importance of this step cannot be overstated. You see, the weather is a fickle and unpredictable companion that can alter your hiking experience in an instant. Imagine embarking on a hike under clear skies, only to find yourself trapped in a torrential downpour halfway through your journey. Or consider the perils of a sweltering heat wave that has you gasping for breath, your water supply rapidly dwindling. These scenarios are not merely inconvenient, they can be downright dangerous. Storms, heavy rain and extreme heat are just a few examples of unexpected weather changes that can turn a fun hike into a distressing, even life-threatening situation. A sudden storm can make trails slippery and treacherous, increasing the risk of injury. Heavy rain can lead to flash floods, a perilous predicament in certain terrains. And let's not forget the relentless, blistering heat that can lead to dehydration and heat stroke. Not to mention extreme weather conditions can also hamper rescue efforts, should you find yourself in need of assistance. Add to this the fact that mobile signals can be unreliable in remote hiking areas, making it harder to call for help or check updated weather forecasts. But worry not, dear adventurers. These risks can be mitigated with a bit of preparation. Always check the weather forecast for the entire duration of your hike, not just the start. And remember, forecasts are just that, predictions. They are not set in stone. Pack for all possible weather conditions. Include waterproof clothing, extra layers for warmth, sun protection, and ample water. Remember, Mother Nature is unpredictable. Always be prepared. This isn't just a clever catchphrase. It's a mantra for all hikers. Treat it as a golden rule, and your hiking adventures will be safer and more enjoyable. Next, wildlife encounters. Are you ready to meet the locals? The great outdoors is a home to a vast array of wildlife, and when we step into their world, encounters are inevitable. Now, we're not just talking about the friendly woodland critters. From the smallest insect to the largest predator, each creature plays a part in the ecosystem, and we are merely visitors in their domain. You might ask, but how do I handle these encounters? Well, each animal requires a different response. For instance, if you stumble upon a bear, it's best to speak in a calm, assertive voice. Back away slowly and avoid direct eye contact, as they might perceive it as a threat. On the flip side, if you cross paths with a snake, keep your distance. Don't provoke or attempt to handle it. Even the smallest creatures like ticks and mosquitoes can pose a risk, so it's important to wear appropriate clothing and use repellents to protect yourself. But remember, these encounters are not about survival alone, it's also about respect. Respecting the wildlife and their habitat is paramount. After all, we are guests in their home. Don't feed the animals, as it can alter their natural behaviors. Take care not to disturb nests or dens. Follow the leave no trace principle. Take only photographs, leave only footprints. And let's not forget, these encounters are part of what makes hiking such an enriching experience. The sight of a deer gracefully bounding through the forest, the sound of a bird song piercing the stillness, the thrill of spotting a rare species, these are moments that stay with us long after the hike is over. So when you're out there, remember, you're not alone. Every rustle in the leaves, every shadow on the path might just be a wild encounter waiting to happen. Embrace it, learn from it, but most importantly, respect it. Stay alert and respectful. These creatures are part of the wilderness experience. Third on our list, terrain difficulties. Are you up for the challenge? Venturing out into nature is thrilling and rewarding, but it's not without its share of challenges. One of the most significant aspects to consider when planning a hike is the terrain. Understanding the lay of the land is crucial for a safe and enjoyable adventure. Why, you might ask? Well, the terrain of a hiking trail can dramatically affect the difficulty of your trek. Steep inclines, rocky paths, and slippery slopes can all pose unique challenges. A trail that looks easy on paper can quickly turn into a grueling test of your strength and stamina when you factor in the terrain. Steep inclines, for instance, require a great deal of physical exertion and can be dangerous if not navigated properly. They can put immense pressure on your knees and ankles and are often where hikers are most likely to slip and fall. Rocky paths, on the other hand, demand careful footwork and balance. One misplaced step could lead to a sprained ankle or worse. It's not just about watching where you step, but also about how you step. Walking on uneven ground requires a different gait and posture than walking on a flat path. Then there are the slippery slopes, a common feature in trails that pass through wet areas or after a spell of rain. A slippery trail can be treacherous, making it easy to lose your footing and fall. Hiking poles can be a lifesaver in such conditions, providing extra support and balance. But it's not all doom and gloom. Understanding these potential risks allows you to prepare adequately. You can train your body to cope with steep inclines, practice your footwork for rocky paths, and equip yourself with the right gear for slippery slopes. Remember, hiking is not just about reaching the summit, it's about the journey. And part of that journey is knowing when to push yourself and when to turn back. There's no shame in admitting that a trail is beyond your current capabilities. In fact, it's a sign of a smart and responsible hiker. Know your limits and choose your trail wisely. Fourth warning, physical preparedness. Are you in shape for the trek? Let's talk about the physical demands of hiking. It's not a walk in the park, my friend. It's a hefty endeavor that challenges your body and mind. Think about it. Uneven terrain, steep inclines, perhaps even high altitude. Each of these factors can put a significant strain on your body, particularly your legs, heart, and lungs. So before you embark on a hiking trip, it's essential to ensure you're in good health and physical condition. This doesn't mean you need to be an Olympic athlete, but a good level of cardiovascular fitness is a must. Regular exercise, such as running, cycling, or swimming, can help prepare your body for the demands of the trail. Strength training is also beneficial, particularly for your legs and core. A strong core will help with balance on uneven terrain, while strong legs will make those uphill climbs a bit easier. If you have any pre-existing medical conditions, it's always wise to check with your doctor before embarking on a strenuous hike. Remember, even the most breathtakingly beautiful hike can quickly turn into a grueling ordeal if you're not physically prepared. The last thing you want is to be miles from civilization, struggling to catch your breath or nursing a sprained ankle because you weren't physically ready for the challenge. Your fitness level can make or break your hiking experience. Last but not least, proper gear. Do you have the right equipment? The importance of having the right gear for hiking cannot be overstated. Proper gear is not just about comfort, it's about safety. It's about being prepared for the unexpected, the sudden changes in weather, the challenging terrain, and the long hours on the trail. Let's talk clothing first. The golden rule is layering. Start with a moisture-wicking base layer to keep you dry. Add an insulating middle layer for warmth and finish with a waterproof and windproof outer layer. Don't forget a hat and gloves, especially in colder climates. Next up, footwear. Your choice of boots or shoes should be determined by the type of terrain you'll be tackling. For rugged, rocky trails, opt for sturdy hiking boots. For smoother paths, walking shoes may suffice. Remember, they should be comfortable, supportive, and broken in before your hike. Beyond clothing and footwear, there are other essentials you should never hit the trail without. A map and compass for navigation, a first aid kit for minor injuries, a headlamp for when night falls, and let's not forget food and water, of course. Consider investing in a quality backpack, one that can comfortably carry all your gear and distribute the weight evenly. Your back will thank you. Lastly, remember to pack according to the length and difficulty of your hike. But even on a short trek, don't skimp on the essentials. The right gear can save your life. So, there you have it, the 5 warnings for your next hiking adventure. Firstly, we delved into the unpredictability of weather conditions. Remember, nature doesn't always play nice, so always be prepared for the unexpected. Then we ventured into the realm of wildlife encounters. The wilderness is an animal's home, so tread lightly and respectfully. Thirdly, we scaled the difficulty of terrains. It's crucial to understand that the ground beneath your feet isn't always friendly. Our 4th warning highlighted the importance of physical preparedness. You need to be fit and ready for the strains and challenges of the trail. Finally, we underlined the necessity of carrying proper gear. The right equipment can be a lifesaver in a pinch. Each of these warnings is a crucial piece of the puzzle in ensuring a safe and enjoyable hiking trip. They are not to be taken lightly. After all, the thrill of adventure is best savored with the peace of mind that comes from being well prepared. Stay